I missed a lot of good dinners. I missed, tore up a lot of good clothing, fighting fires, but that was my job. When you take on a job as a volunteer fireman, you take on that responsibility. That's your responsibility. I wouldn't trade it for anything that ever happened to me. The children today are brought up a little bit different than what we were. They expect more. You know, they go to the doctor and they get a sticker. They go to the dentist and they get a sticker. My kids weren't rewarded for everything they did. Okay. Today, the kids expect to be rewarded for something. We either got to feed them, or we've got to give them something to get them to. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah. I always put it in a different perspective, and it's not picking on anybody or any generations. But let's go back in history. My mom and dad wanted me to have more than I had. So what's the tendency? Joe and I wanted our kids to have more than we had. So my kids and his kids wanted their children to have more than they had. So it's led to the point today is not what am I going to give back to you, but what are you going to give to me? Each generation wanted the other one to have more than they had.
That's very well put, Robert.
Which has brought us to the point where we are. Anywhere there's volunteerism, there's been a whole 180-degree turn on the outlook of what it is. I guess it sounds harsh, but I mean, it's reality.
In the olden days, the fire department worked their butts off with suppers, washing dishes, setting the tables up, fundraisers, holding carnivals. There are very few turnout of the younger generation. Whenever you have a fundraiser, a basket bingo, people working in the kitchen.
I don't see it just in the fire service, it's in every walk of life and job. The country has changed. I mean, well, I guess I was different than when my father, was younger as far as their work ethics.
People that got involved in public safety weren't getting into it to become rich. They weren't getting involved in it for anything else other than the fact there was that inner voice, making them want to help. That doesn't seem like it's there as much now with the younger guys. In a lot of aspects, your fire department family is even closer than your regular family. I mean, you spend, a lot of times you spend more time with them than you do your own family.
I think you get more camaraderie with this job, with being here than you do with other, jobs that I've had before.
You're here because you love it, not here for any other reason. You come down because you love doing what you do, you love helping people, you love being around the guys.
That's the one thing I think it's a community that comes together, because most of the people that are on these pieces are volunteers. They come out, this is their day. It could be a Saturday. They could have plans with family. They come out and do this. It's hard work. There's no pay for it. We do this all for free.
We all do the same job. The big difference, which I can laugh about, is the old guys are older and wiser. They were all young and dumb just like I am, gung-ho, woo, when they were younger. And as they get older, they're still excellent firemen. I've learned so much from the guys that are older. But they use about half the energy I would use to do the exact same thing. Because they were at my point once and realized, man, if I had done this, I'd take a lot less energy. So, I mean, running around, doing whatever, and they're like, yeah, dude, okay, it's done. You're not done yet? And you're like, teach me that. So they are a wealth of knowledge. We like making fun of them, saying they're old and whatever, but those guys did the exact same stuff, and we're all firemen. There's no difference.
Older generation are old school. They have the confidence. They don't brag. They're very thorough when they do their job. They don't get excited. They show up on the fire truck. I mean, they walk like they're grocery shopping. Take care of business, one step at a time. The younger guys, myself included, sometimes get excited. You miss things when you get excited. This is not a job where you can be excited. You have to be able to take a breath. We're the ones there to help you or put your fire out or whatever. You have to be in control.
You're helping people, in a time of need, and it's like, if you can do something to help them, let's do it.